Good morning, guys. Welcome to another episode of our Success podcast. I've got Jeff Panko here from United Federal Credit Union with us. We're going to get into a lot of different things, including the community work they've been doing and the business aspects of everything that's going on. Jeff, welcome to our show, and thanks for being here.
Glad to be here. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Definitely. If you don't mind, give our audience a little bit of a background as far as who you are, what you've been doing as far as your career is concerned, so that way everybody has an idea.
Yeah, absolutely. My name is Jeff Panko. I work with United Federal Credit Union. I'm a branch manager up at our Robb Drive branch here in Northwest Reno. Been with United now just over 5.5 years, and been in banking for almost 15 now.
Very nice. Beautiful.
As the song goes, started at the bottom and now we're here. So.
The famous French song. I'm familiar with it.
Yeah, you got it. Yep.
I think Drake is from the French side of Canada, isn't he?
Yeah, I just know he's from Canada. Yep.
Very cool. So if you don't mind, how did you get started in banking? Could you explain a little bit about it? Was that a passion? Did you fall into it? Or what was going on there?
It was one of those heart-to-heart conversations you have with your then girlfriend becoming your wife. Get a real job. You're in college. It's time to look to the future. So started as a teller in college, just so I'd have a big boy job, and then kind of stuck with it. So graduated from the University of Nevada,
Cool.
and then just kind of stuck with banking. So I've done a lot of different positions on the way up.
Very cool, man. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So when you started, did you have intentions that you wanted to pursue this as your career, or was it just one thing at a time and at some point you fell in love with it?
One thing at a time. Yeah. So at the college, there was, took a lot of business classes. My degree's in information systems.
Oh, very
so
cool.
computers and coding. I thought that's the route that I would take, but as I continued my career in banking, came to love it and loved. I really love what the credit union is about, is people helping people. That's kind of the credit union nationally slogan, and I've been kind of living that now for 5-6 years.
When I was at your guys' branch right by the airport over there, what branch is that? Is that Sparks? That's not Sparks, is it?
That's off of Bible Way.
Bible, yeah, exactly. I think I saw a slogan on one of the whiteboards or something that says, we got you, right? Or we get you, something like that. And I love that slogan. Definitely resonates with me.
Yeah, so that's United slogan, is we get you.
Very nice.
So, yeah.
I get a lot of questions from younger people sometimes that, hey, I don't know what I want to do with my life. I don't have this grandiose idea or vision of where I want to end up. Do you think that's okay if people don't necessarily know what they want to get into and they start to get it one day at a time?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Find something that you do enjoy. So for me, it's always been helping people. And then how does that translate into what you're studying or what you're learning?
For sure. So
you like helping people. Okay. I like helping people now with their money. I can help them with their credit. I can help them with whatever.
For sure.
It's still my objectives.
I want to ask you a couple more questions and we'll get to your guys' community work, because that's what I really love about your company. You guys do a lot of community work and it's just really stellar to see. When you're interacting with the average Joe today, with COVID-19 going on, with everything else that our country and our state has to face, what are some of the biggest issues you see come up right now?
Oh, everything. People are they're afraid. What happens if I don't get paid? What happens with my car loan if I don't make the payment? What about my home loan? What about groceries and all of those things? We've just been breaking it down to a micro level. Okay, where are you at? What kind of money do you have? And let's help you make a plan. If you're 15 days late here, that's okay. But if you don't have groceries, that's not okay. Let's figure it out for you.
That's very cool. And I think that's one of the things that it really warmed me up to you guys as a team, because I think you guys all spend a tremendous amount of time educating the public, which I'm not necessarily used to, right? And I'm not going to name names, but if you bank with any of the bigger banks, like, you just realize that, okay, that person that's just there, they're looking to just fulfill that position, and that's about it. I really love the fact that you and I share that leadership class at the chamber. You're always open. Meredith Williams is also really good. You notice I didn't forget her name this time. I've been practicing it all week. And you know, everybody's really, really nice at all you guys' branches. And I want to say two things. It seems like I didn't know you studied information systems, and that's what I studied. So that's one thing we have in common that I didn't realize. Yeah. And I didn't realize you were at Rob Drive over here, because we're on the northwest corner as well. I guess if you consider McCarran and 4th Street be northwest.
Okay, yeah, you're right down the way. Mm-hmm.
Oh, very cool. That's awesome. So tell me a little bit more about the community work you guys are doing as a company. Where does that begin? How does it start? Like, why do you guys do so much community work?
That's probably the best part about the credit union is all the managers and the entire team is so committed to helping every corner of our city. Where it starts is at the top. Meredith has built a great culture in that we want to not only help people with their banking, but how do we help the children in a community? How do we help the women? How do we help the animals at the Humane Society? Every different little aspect. The team is truly committed to that.
Very cool.
So it starts at the top and kind of trickles down.
It's not doesn't sound like a lot of characteristics of a for-profit company. So I'm just curious, was that at a higher level, or was that something Meredith introduced, or?
No, well, that's the benefit of a credit union. We are a not-for-profit company.
Oh, okay.
So all monies that, you know, we make on your loan or the home loan or whatever, we're putting that back into the pot to then pay other members in dividends on their savings accounts and their CDs.
Interesting.
So we're not for profit. Everything we do is to benefit the member.
And so explain something to me. It seems like you guys also have very competitive rates too. So how can you afford to do so much good community work and also still keep your rates low on when it comes to charging people, or keep your interest high when it comes to paying back the community?
Well, we do it because we don't have to worry about Big Brother shareholder. It's not about the bottom line, but it's about every member that walks through the door. So, we'll charge you lower, you know, no fees, but we'll charge you lower on your interest rate on your mortgage or your car loan, and then turn around and that money that we've collected, pay the next member on the deposit account. Everyone, it's a win-win. As you like to say, win-win-win. There's a benefit for everyone.
I love that, and I think that's you can understand why we resonate with each other, because it's my winning formula as well. Now, on the personal side, are there certain nonprofits or certain things that you're more attracted to than others?
Yeah, I sit on a few different nonprofit boards. I started on it's called the Women and Children Center. Okay. They help women in our area get out of poverty. So they do a lot of financial education, which is kind of where I come in. Mm-hmm. They do resource training, GED training, help you find a job training. What attracted me to them is my church did a diaper drive.
Very cool.
Years ago, where we donated diapers to them, because what the Women and Children Center does is give diapers out as an incentive to get women in the building.
Okay.
The thing that is not covered by the food stamps, the WIC benefits, any of those things. Diapers are super expensive. So they give out these diapers to help women. So I brought that concept here to the credit union, and we've been doing a diaper drive now 4 or 5 years running.
Very cool. That's wonderful.
That's one of them. And then 2, I'm on the board of the Nevada Humane Society, which helps, is one of the only no-kill animal shelters.
I got to interject really quick. You guys out there, if you're not following that account, I highly, highly, highly suggest you go follow their Instagram account. If you like adorable things, you're not going to go wrong with that account. Sorry, continue.
Absolutely. Yeah. So the Humane Society's been doing big things in Reno, in northern Nevada, because we have a shelter here in Reno and then another shelter in Carson City. And they're just doing as much as we can to save the lives of animals. Lately, due to COVID, they were given a grant to actually help people with dog food and cat food. Oh, so we're giving it away. So find more details on the website. But
that's very nice. And I know some of you guys are also supporting Big Brothers Big Sisters. Do you happen to sit on their boards? Because I think you attended their last event, didn't you?
Yeah, we attend a lot of their events. Meredith Williams, our market vice president, is on their board. She's very involved in everything that they've got going on. And that's just one of the many different nonprofits that the management team sits on.
Beautiful, man. If you don't mind switching gears really quick, I'm just curious because a lot of people who are listening to our podcast or watch our show, they're just, average people. Some of them are entrepreneurs, some of them have businesses, but I think across the board, no matter who you are or where you're at, it seems like a lot of people are going through the same thing. For that single mom, for that single dad, for somebody who may not necessarily be of any kind of wealth at all, are there specific things that you recommend people do right now, given that there's unemployment, there's COVID-19 happening, there's not necessarily a clear date of when everybody's going to go back to work? Do you have any specific tangible recommendations for people?
Yeah, I would just say stay positive, stay focused on your goals, support your family and do what's right by them as quickly and as often as you can. And then always look to help others. I'm a big believer in you put positive out there, positive's coming back in some way or some shape. A lot of people look at that in like the sales world. Okay, if I take all the sales, then I've got that sale now. But you also give it to your partner or give it to your team and more is going to come. Or there's going to create this network of people wanting to help you.
I couldn't agree with you more. I always go back to the analogy of we need to be farmers, not hunters. Because originally as human beings, we started as hunters, but that's where I see a lot of what's going wrong when I consult with big sales teams, right? Every single salesperson becomes a hunter. And I think you and I are of the belief that we need to be farmers, right? Because with evolution, we started farming because it was just a better strategy. Now, if I can plant a seed with everybody today, some of these seeds may or may not ever come to fruition. That's totally fine. But that one seed that becomes a big, beautiful apple tree is going to give me apples for the rest of my life as long as I can take care of it.
Absolutely, 100%. I agree.
Very cool. So, sir, you're very kind. You're inspiring us. You're giving us hope to get out there, still do community work. Because to your point, I think there are some people that might have a little bit of a bigger need than we do. And as we put good out, good comes back in. And I say that as a scientist and an engineer, because I used to never believe in that. I used to think that if I want to become wealthy, I'm sorry to say, but screw everybody else. Like it needs to be about me hoarding everything, right? But at some point, you start realizing that, okay, that's not natural. That's not how the universe works. Everybody works for everybody else. The winds don't blow for themselves. The rivers don't flow for themselves. The trees don't make oxygen just for themselves, right? They make it for everybody else. And I do 100% believe in that. With all that said, because you've been so gracious to us to share your morning with us and your knowledge, what can we do as a tribe to show you our gratitude?
I just want everyone to remember, even though a lot of us are wearing face masks, you can still smile. You can see the smile in other people's eyes. And to do that as often as you can, a smile or bright eyes can really make someone's day. A kind word can go further than you can ever imagine when people are feeling so low right now. That's one way we can rebuild Reno. That's one way we can be in the city for the city. So that's what I'd love to leave you with. Be here for the people that are here.
Jeff, I'm sorry, man. I'm not going to let you off the hook that easy, guys. And this is the kind of leader Jeff is. I asked him, what can we do for you? And he keeps saying that do good work, smile for everybody else and for yourself. But no, sincerely, sir, what can we do for you to show you our gratitude? Because you're spending time with our tribe, and this information is valuable for us. So what can we do for you to say thank you, Jeff?
Do for me specifically, it's hard because everything that I do is for other people. I would say reach out to those nonprofits that I mentioned and see where you can serve or how you could help.
You're incredible, sir. You're very humble and you keep deflecting the attention away from yourself. It means a lot to me to be in touch with the caliber of a person like yourself. So thank you for that. If anything else comes up, we're always here for you.
Will do. Absolutely.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Hey, you too. Good talking with you.
Likewise, sir. Tribe, if you hear something from us that resonates with you, please share it with other people. Talk about it. Don't keep it just to yourself. Conversation creates more education. And also, always fact check everything you hear. So hopefully this creates more education for you, more conversation. Talk to each other, talk to your family, talk to your friends about it, and we will see you next time.